Hello aspirants, and welcome to another absolutely high-yield explainer from Rungta IAS Academy. Today, we're diving deep into a massive update in India's pharmaceutical sector. If you're serious about securing those top ranks, you really need to pay close attention to this one.
Absolutely, so welcome everyone. We are going to deconstruct this topic purely from the perspective of your mains examination and the interview. This is that extra value addition designed to give you a serious analytical edge. So let's just dive right in.
Now, I want you to pause for a second and think about this. Why is the Department of Commerce suddenly investigating our pharmaceutical supply chains? You see, this isn't just some random administrative paperwork. This is exactly where your GS2 governance perfectly intersects with your GS3 economic policies.
Spot on, ma'am. When a government body initiates an assessment of this massive scale, well, it signals a major policy shift. And as serious aspirants, your main job is to understand the why behind the what. So let's trace the source of this development.
Sir, a recent update from May 2nd reveals that the Supply Chain Division of the Department of Commerce is squarely behind this crucial exercise. They're actively reviewing the supply chain resilience and the core manufacturing capabilities of both the pharma and medical devices sectors.
Exactly. It's essentially an official health check of our industrial supply chain. They're trying to figure out exactly where we currently stand in terms of our capabilities. But you might be wondering, who is actually on the ground gathering all this data?
Well, the nodal agency facilitating all of this is Pharmexcel, which stands for the Pharmaceuticals Export Promotion Council of India. They're the ones directly reaching out to industry experts and stakeholders with a very detailed questionnaire.
Right, and the Director General of Pharmexcel, Raja Banu, made a very pertinent point. He noted that the information provided here is going to play a critical role in shaping policy steps to really boost local domestic manufacturing. So this data isn't just going to gather dust in a file, it is literally the foundation for upcoming government action.
Section 1. Decoding the Pharmaceuticals questionnaire.
Now, to score above average in your mains, you absolutely must know the specific pain points the government is investigating here. We're talking about staff availability, skill levels, and overall productivity. Then there are the costs, intense pricing pressures, and global price fluctuations, not to mention regulatory issues, policy impacts, and logistics risks. Sir, I highly advise you to use these exact points as a ready-made challenges subheading in your GS3 answers. Seriously, when a question pops up about the manufacturing sector or pharmaceuticals, please don't sit there inventing points. Just cite these exact constraints that the Department of Commerce itself is losing sleep over.
Section 2. The PLI scheme connection. We really have to connect this micro-level assessment back to the broader macroeconomic picture. This entire exercise takes on immense significance when you view it against the backdrop of the pandemic. Remember pre-COVID? We exposed massive vulnerabilities because of our heavy import dependence for critical APIs, that is, active pharmaceutical ingredients.
Yes, and post-COVID, our entire strategy shifted dramatically towards building resilience. The government aggressively introduced the PLI, or Production-Linked Incentive Scheme, to rapidly ramp up domestic manufacturing capacity. This current supply chain review, it's basically checking the pulse to figure out what further support is urgently needed to make those PLI schemes a resounding success.
Section 3. Mains and Interview Strategy.
All right, let's shift our focus entirely to application. When you sit down to write your mains answers, you have to map industry realities directly to required government actions. So, if the gap is pricing pressures, tight competition, or domestic ecosystem bottlenecks, your proposed solution has to be highly targeted government support.
Spot on. The questionnaire is quite literally asking the industry, what support do you need to raise investment in local production? This is exactly how you structure a balanced, mature administrative answer. You identify the real-world ecosystem gap, and then you immediately propose actionable, pragmatic government intervention.
Now let's simulate a high-pressure UPSC interview board scenario for a minute. Imagine the board leans in and asks you this: how does supply chain resilience in the medical devices sector dictate our national security?
Oh, that is a fantastic, deeply provocative question. It completely forces you to think beyond just basic economics. You have to link those import vulnerabilities, like relying on a single nation for critical APIs or life-saving medical devices, directly to the health security of our citizens. And health security, at the end of the day, is fundamentally a national security issue. The hard data from this very Pharmexcel questionnaire is going to help the government pinpoint those critical dependencies.
Ma'am, Director General Raja Banu really encapsulated the entire exercise perfectly. He stated, the information provided will play a crucial role in identifying critical supply chain dependencies and in shaping policy steps.
An excellent summary. So aspirants, keep a very close eye on this evolving policy space.
As you prepare tonight, I want you to ask yourself this. If another massive global disruption hits tomorrow, is our pharmaceutical supply chain an impenetrable shield, or is it our Achilles heel? Stay analytical, keep studying structurally, and we will see you in the next explainer.